Dutch, let's face it, have always been a little bit unhinged, albeit in the most endearing of ways. And so from the people who have brought us everything from the clog to cheese coated in red wax, there now comes something called the Vencer Sarthe, and a proper madman of a car it is too. The Vencer is powered by a Hennessy-tuned 6.3 litre V8 that produces 622 bhp and can fire it to 60 miles an hour in 3.6 seconds. Its body is made purely from carbon fibre, while its mid-engine space frame chassis is fashioned from a blend of aluminium and something called chrome molybdenum. All up, it weighs just a touch over 1,400 kilograms, and it has nothing in the way of traction control. This is a committed supercar for committed drivers then, with a serious price tag to go with it. But what's it actually like to climb aboard and drive?
It's much, much more refined and much more comfortable than I was thinking it might be. It's a proper road car. They have engineered it for the street, not the track. That's a very good point. You would expect it to go like stink and sound like God knows what. It is quick, but it isn't as quick as I thought it would be. It does sound good. Sounds flipping marvellous actually, but it's not the kind of wild animal that I was expecting it to be. They wanted to make this car as, not raw, but as freed from electronic interference, as they put it, as possible. So there is no traction control, there is no ESP. You have a manual gearbox. They wouldn't possibly have made it with a flappy paddle. There isn't ABS on this car, but there will be. That's the only concession to kind of electronic safety that they've made in this car, and they want it to appeal to the sort of customer that wants a car from yesteryear in many ways, and yet which is chock full of modern technology and a thumping great V8. So the question is, do I like it? Well, yes, I flipping well do. I'm slightly surprised it isn't just an absolute mental wild animal in a straight line. Instead, it's just, you know, it's very, very quick. But it's not, oh my goodness me, my hair has just fallen out quick. It's just bloody rapid rather than terrifyingly fast. Lovely gear change, it really is. That is the same gear change that you get in a Ford GT, and it's made by Ricardo. It's really, really nice. I'm not quite sure about the location of the accelerator pedal. I feel like I'm having to kind of crank my foot right back to use it at light speeds, and yet when you nail it, it feels perfect. The brake feel in this car is just delightful. It really is. The steering's good. It's not absolutely beautiful steering. There's something a little bit, not clumsy, but just, it's just, I'm not absolutely 100% certain I know where the front tyres are on this car. It's pretty good steering, but it's not gorgeous steering. The handling balance though is lovely. There's stacks of traction, stacks of grip, nice kind of soft, round-edged responses to everything it does. It's a proper chassis in this car, but it's comfortable and it's civilised. Just going to let you listen to it for a bit. How can you not like that? How can you not like that? I mean, it's an awful lot of money. Probably about 250 grand once you've paid VAT. if you wanted to have one in the United Kingdom, which is, you know, on the one hand it's crackers next to a McLaren 650S or a 458 Speciale. It's absolutely insane. But on the other hand, they're only going to make, well, about 6 this year and 1 a month ultimately in 2016 and beyond, they hope. And do you know what? I think they'll sell them. There's nothing quite like this. This is, I think it's one of the most civilised, really, really fast mid-engine GT cars I've ever driven. There you go, mid-engine GT car. Does that exist?
Not yet it seems, but it does now. But is the Vencer good enough to justify its place in the elite world of supercars? And could it ever really be worth 250 grand? In a logical world, the answer would be no. Not when there are cars like the McLaren 650S, Ferrari 458 and Lamborghini Huracan available, all of which deliver more, in theory, for a fair bit less. But the Vencer isn't about logic. It isn't meant to be conventional. It's for the well-heeled car nut who already has all the toys but who wants something just a little bit different to drive. A slice of Holland in supercar form, if you like. And in a lot more ways than one, the Vencer delivers. You'd need to be slightly mad to buy one, of course, but then that's why they built it in the first place. Be in no doubt, without monsters like the Vencer Sarthe to entertain us, the world of cars would be a much duller place.